Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your boy DJ Big C, and I just want to let you guys know that every Tuesday you guys can tune in into Real Community Talks, the only place to be on a Tuesday night at 6 p.m. with my boy M.A.D.E. Big up.
Welcome to Real Community Talks, where real conversations with community influencers are made available to everyone. I'm your host, M.A.D.E., and on today's episode, we have, can I be whack and just do like the whole DJ thing? DJ Big C, aka Cornel Davis on the show. Cornel, thanks for being here on the show today.
What's going on, Matt? How you doing?
Nothing much, man. Yo, I appreciate you coming out. So for the two waste people who don't know who Cornel is, because if you haven't seen him at like all these clubs or at all these events, you're waste. But Cornel is a well-known DJ, and for those who don't know what DJ stands for, it's disc jockey.
Yes.
Does anyone actually say that in the field?
You know what? It's a term that you're supposed to use, but no one really uses it.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day, but not right now. But that's a proper form to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a well-known DJ across the GTA and has coordinated events such as the popular Jamaica Day Celebration, which attracts international artists and even from the Caribbean and in Canada as well.
Yes.
He's an entrepreneur. He's a multi-faceted MC and event host. He used to rap and write music. He's currently a facility operator for Canada's 6th largest city and has worked in municipal government as a recreational professional through sports instruction, camps, youth programs for over 10 years. Like any youth in Malton knows this guy because he was the tallest guy and they wouldn't mess with him. He was the founder of the sound crew formerly known as M.A.D.E, Make a Difference Entertainment, and one of the tallest guys I personally know wearing a size 17 shoe. And I said and twice, and he's just an all-around good guy who comes clutch whenever I've needed him to help me for my events. So with that, you think that was accurate?
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out?
Pretty accurate. The 17, I had to add the shoes, I had to.
Oh my gosh, man. How do you get like the good shoes when they come out, or do they make them in like really low quantities?
For my size, it's pretty hard because here in Toronto, Canada, we go to Foot Locker. Like when me and the man them go to shopping, go to Foot Locker. The biggest size they have is like 13,
Jeez.
12.
So how do you get it? You have to pre-order?
I'm ordering online. I'm a site called East Bay for you guys that don't know.
Yeah, like I think I was wearing my white Air Force Ones one day to work, and you were wearing yours too, and I'm like, mine looks like a little toy Air Force One compared to yours.
People make jokes on my shoes. Someone could live in there.
But yo, like, I'm sure there was advantages being there's advantages and disadvantages of being tall, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are some good and bad stuff about being tall?
There's a lot of pros and cons. You're able to, people want to not use you, but you're there to help, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of pros. Like, I guess you could say, like reaching for things or helping out people, or things you're able to grab things easier and stuff like that, and you can see over things, stuff that people can't see, you can see.
That's
so
true.
like,
That's true.
It's crazy, and some of the cons are like
everyone asks if you play ball,
or that, or like in a Honda Civic, or like my dad has a Civic, I can't really drive it that well.
Yeah,
like
the seats all the way back, all the way to the ground.
No one can sit behind me when I'm driving the Civic, But
oh man,
it's whatever.
So with that, why don't we segue into what's your origin story? So who is Cornel Davis and where are you from?
Well, Cornel is a guy that was born in Toronto. Mm-hmm. For about 3 years, I was in Toronto, Oakwood and Vaughan. That's where my parents met around in that area, around 87, 88.
And they're from Kingston Jamaica, and they met here, right?
Exactly. And then 3 years after, that's when Cornel came about. Moved to Malton, I'd say around 3 years old. Yeah. And then pretty much my whole schooling through JK, SK, elementary, right to middle school, Lincoln Alexander High School, and pretty much was in Malton for most of my life. Yeah. And I just recently moved to Brampton. Jeez. About like less than a month ago. So
are you like one of those guys who are like, they have to claim Malton or they can't live anywhere
Malton else? I will always claim Malton. Malton is still home to me.
Yeah.
Even coming back now for the past 3 weeks, it's rough.
Yeah.
Like I'm driving to Malton knowing that I don't have a bed in Malton, or I just like Malton because it's so easy to get around to everywhere, and people give Malton this bad stereotype oh, how do you like living in Malton?
Yeah.
And then like people are like, give it this horrible like vibe. Like you're not here, so you don't know. It's just the 1-2 bad apples that make everything worse, and
happens everywhere.
Exactly, and there's bad apples everywhere. That's why I tell people all the time.
Yeah. So we talked a bit about you being tall, and I asked one of your boys, and he was actually telling me that actually Chris, episode 4, check that out.
Oh god,
he was telling me that you actually like Durham College was looking at you for ball.
Yeah.
So talk a bit about that. Why you didn't do it?
That was a kind of a good but weird experience. It was good. I was actually out in the East End. That's when I was doing M.A.D.E.
Yeah.
And I was DJing at the McLean Center. That's a community center in not Mississauga, in Ajax, Durham region. And I just finished setting up the system.
Yeah.
Literally 2-3 hours before the gig. I guess one of the gentlemen there was just seen my height, or just seen me in the community center.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey buddy, come here for a sec. And I'm like, all right, walked over. He's like, I forgot the name of the coach, but he was like, hey, you play basketball or anything? I'm like, yeah, I play a little ball. And then he was like, oh, I want you to come out and come try out for my team.
Jeez.
I'm like, what team do you have, or what team do you coach? He's like, Durham College. So I'm like, all right. That's the year when I was literally going into college, or planning on attending college. And that was about like March, April, and 2009. And literally every Sunday he had the workouts, and I used to work out with the guys for probably like 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
Some weeks leading into the summer.
Yeah.
And then they wanted me to come along, but the situation was they wanted me to be like the 8th or 9th guy off the bench.
Yeah.
And not saying I would have went there and started playing on the starting lineup, but doing that, and then them not having the program that I wanted to take in school, they wanted me to take general arts, which is not. I'm not saying people don't take it.
Yeah, it's not.
But
for you.
It wasn't for me. I was more into radio broadcasting, sports journalism.
Wow.
I don't think they had that program at the time, and I just worked out with the guys for probably like 2 months, and then I got accepted into the school, but I didn't bother going.
Yeah,
I was in Malton.
Yo, just because you're tall doesn't mean ball is gonna be your future. Right?
Yeah, but I did pretty well in the stuff they wanted me. So
play a little pickup ball.
A little 1-2, a little 1-2.
So one thing that I really want to stress to my youth out there is that persistence is key. And I know that you volunteered at MCC for years, even before you got hired.
Way.
So looking back, I'm sure, like you look at that now, and I'm sure that time paid off, right?
Definitely, because now I'm employed with the City of Mississauga.
Yeah. That's what I think these kids don't understand. Like they think that I'm just gonna get a job because I can make a resume on Microsoft Word on a template, and because I use someone as a reference. But like back in the day, it was even harder to get jobs sometimes.
Oh,
right?
trust me. And not taking anything away from people that do apply for positions and stuff like that, or volunteer and seek opportunity with an employer.
Yeah.
But volunteering with the city, it was great because I was able to, be in my community.
Yeah.
Help in my community at a young age, and also do things that I liked to do.
Yeah. Which
is community involvement, and also help out other people, right? And I was doing something I loved too. Yeah. And one of them was the music thing with the city. They had a lot of teen jams.
Yeah.
Malton had a lot of team jams back in the day.
Yeah.
And I used to be the guy who used to play it. Yeah.
So that's actually what I was gonna ask you. So for you, it all started mixing music since you were 12 years old. So what actually got you into the DJ world in the first place?
My father. My dad played a big role in that.
Yeah.
He used to DJ. He's still a DJ right now, but not as in the club industry or in that sense. He's more like a banquet hall alumni kind of guy. Every 3-4 months, he'll do a one-night venue.
Yeah.
But he's mostly into the bigger events. He used to DJ in Jamaica on a sound called Gemini. And that was at a young age. And I think he was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And he just kept with it and pretty much did all of that. The sound broke up. He started his own sound with his buddies called Sanatone. That's another big sound in Jamaica as well.
Yeah.
And then after he left finishing that, he came to Canada and literally came up to do a gig. And from doing that gig, he liked it here. And then he filed for his citizenship and all that stuff, and got a full-time job with a newspaper company called The Gleaner.
Okay.
And he did graphic arts. That's what my dad went to school for. He did.
Really?
He did graphic arts, and he used to work in Jamaica doing stuff for like even like records back in the day. People are used to Spotify and
that's crazy,
and iTunes now. He used to like draw like some of these guys LPs. So when they went out in the stores, that was his artwork that would go on the LPs. And that's how he kind of got the job here at the Gleaner in Toronto, and kept in with that. And he just elevated the music. Yeah, I was young coming up, watching him play at different events and stuff like that, and I just fell in love with the craft. He didn't say, "Oh, you're gonna be a DJ." Yeah, but he would show me how to do certain things, and
he mentored you
and implement how to mix music and what song to play and when not to play something. And always read the crowd, stuff like that. So
I feel like it's more powerful, especially when, because I know a lot, me and you know, like working with youth in this community, a lot of them haven't had the presence of a dad in their life. But the fact that not only was he your mentor, but he's your father, it's like, it's more intimate. Like the teachings he's giving you is not like, oh, let me help out this kid. It's like, let me help out my son, right? So it's more meaningful. But who are like, besides your dad, who are like 2 to 3 DJs who really inspired you during your development years of DJing or MCing?
Pretty much growing up listening to a lot of radio. I'd say Specs. Yeah, Specs was a guy that I used to listen to a lot growing up. He was on Flow at the time, and he was a guy that always would play on the radio on Sundays. Yeah, every Sunday now he's on the radio 4 or 5 nights a week, which is crazy, especially here in Toronto. Yeah. There's urban stations, but there's not a lot for the platform that the guys are able to execute them on. And he's on probably one of the biggest ones, and
that's crazy.
4 or 5 times a week, which is crazy. Yeah. Right. So I'd say he was a guy that I listened to. Awesome. There's also a few people too, starting from scratch. Yeah. He's probably the biggest DJ in Canada. Wow. Worldwide, crazy, friends with Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince, you know.
Russell Peters too, right?
Exactly. He does Russell Peters stuff as well.
That's crazy.
A few of my peers too as well. A lot of guys that I've come up with are not in the game right now. Yeah. But there's a few of them that are still in, and that's great, and I love what they're doing, and it's crazy because like coming from the ground and then still trying to work up and try to get to where I'm not where I want to be, but still on the way, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's really good, man, and it's something that you have to love it to continue to do it.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely, I feel like those guys. I mean, they showed you that it's possible, especially within the Toronto and the Canada scene.
Exactly.
Because everyone always tells us like for ball or for this, you got to go to the States, but there's talented Canadian people here, and that there's still a niche in a market here that you can still thrive in, right?
It's true.
So I know that you were accepted into Mohawk College and Humber for radio broadcasting. Like you said, you really liked that program. Yeah. But you didn't accept those offers. So looking back now, do you feel that education is necessary to get you to where you are, or do you feel like it may have kept you back in terms of your DJing and your dreams with that?
I don't feel that education is important. That's first of all. I didn't feel like it kind of, me not accepting those offers from those schools pushed me back in any way, shape, or form, because I was also lucky and fortunate with my situation with the city to pursue maybe a career. I was working part-time, right? But I was given the opportunity to do certain things with the city that really elevated my career, not also with the city, but with music as well. So I feel like me not taking those opportunities with school also gave me another opportunity, right? So education is key, don't get me wrong. Like if it's there, go get it. The opportunities are there, take it. If you got to travel and it's okay, if you can afford it, go do it. Go do it. I'd also love to live a campus life as well, which I've never had that opportunity, but I thought that would have been amazing if I got the opportunity to go to Mohawk, maybe.
For sure, yeah.
But obviously it's key, and I still instill into people that to do go to school. Like my sister just came out of high school. Yeah. She's working right now, and she's taking a year off and going back to school. Good. I'm going to make sure that she goes back
100%
and pursue. She wants to do acting, so
that's awesome.
Make sure she goes and does that.
The reason I said that is not that I think education is entirely terrible, but I feel like society raises us, in school and culture raises us to feel like we have to drop 40,000 into a degree and then we're automatically going to be guaranteed a job, right?
Exactly.
And what I'm learning now is, I'm about to finish my second degree, finish my master's, but I realized that while those may have taught me a few things, at the end of the day, life is life. Like you can't you can't like actually put what you read in the book to action unless you've actually experienced it. Exactly. You've actually failed, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like what inspires me about you is even though you didn't pursue that route, you're still successful in your craft. And it's not like it wouldn't have helped per se, but you still made it without that. And that's what I want these kids to understand is not everyone has to go to school. If everyone went to school, there would be no one working in malls. Like all these kids would be like, think about it, right? So people are successful without having to have that $40,000 degree, you know?
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So how did you develop your reputation amongst the DJ community and like getting bigger name clubs and events and gigs?
Pretty much networking, I'd say, was the the biggest thing. Just starting off doing all ages and started doing my own events doing all ages. Building social media wasn't big, like it was big back in the day when it came to like BBM, if you remember that.
Yeah, BBM and
stuff like that. Just putting out stuff. I had a MySpace. A lot of kids don't even know what that is. I had a MySpace. I used to put my mixes up on MySpace.
Wow.
That's when I was a part of M.A.D.E with my cousin, and just doing events, doing all of that. Kind of stopped for a bit, and then elevated through just more networking per se, meeting new people. Yeah. Rebranding and just having real conversation like what you're doing here with this, right?
Yeah.
People when you present yourself to certain people and they see a potential in you and they see what you're doing and you're not like hurting their situation or money or investment, they will believe you and invest in you, right?
Yeah.
And I was lucky to have a few opportunities with a few nightclubs downtown and meeting the right promoters and putting myself in the right situation. Everything I pretty much do is organically alone by myself with a few people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But just building your brand and putting out mixes and letting people know that you're serious and like when you perform to actually perform to your full capability, not just go up there and play a 20-minute set and come off. Like ask people how you did, you know. I ask my peers. My peers are in the club or at a wedding or an event and they're there. If I see them vibing, I know I'm doing a good job.
Yeah.
If I see people that I've never really played before in front of and they're vibing out and doing a good job, or looking at me like I'm doing good, I'm gonna be happy about that, right?
For sure.
So
yeah.
You got to make sure everyone around you while you're doing your job at a full capability is in a great situation because you're there to work for them, and it's part of the job. You got to read. You gotta figure out what's going on. You can't just go up there and play whatever you want. You know what I mean?
You have to develop relationships. Yeah,
exactly.
So can you debunk the myths of the complexity of DJing? Because I think people just think that you just put like a at the end of every song and like that's it, like just cut and splice. Like, can you kind of get into like what don't people understand about that craft?
The craft is, I would say it's easier to pick up now than beforehand.
Yeah.
Before, like for me, I was so fortunate to have my dad in my life and to still have him, you know, support me and stuff like that. But with the DJing stuff now, with the craft, it takes time. Unless you're like superly talented and you're able to just learn and bam, bam, bam and go. It doesn't work like that. You got to sit down. You gotta ask questions. You gotta actually go on the equipment and use it.
Make mistakes.
I used to make a lot. I still make mistakes now.
Yeah.
I just know how to cover them up.
Yeah. And, so no one can even tell sometimes. Like
and know what to do, right? Yeah. You gotta listen to while you're mixing live. You gotta listen.
Yeah.
I normally keep one head off the earphone or whatever, or one ear. You know. Yeah. Listen to the monitor.
Yeah.
Sometimes I record my mixes too.
Yeah.
So I can hear them back, see what I did right, see what I did wrong.
Yeah.
What could I play this song at that point?
Yeah.
Maybe I would have got a better reaction, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So just gotta learn the craft. Just don't think, oh, being a DJ is cool. You meet a lot of people. There's a lot of politics in it as well.
Yeah.
And if you're just gonna do it for like, what do they say now, clout, or like, you know, stuff like that, or you know, and all that stuff, like if you're gonna do it for that, then do it for that. But if you don't love it, don't do it.
You gotta have a passion for it.
You have guys that do have passion for it and are trying to take it to the next level.
Yeah. Clout can't sustain things. Passion does.
Chasing.
Facts.
Chasing.
Facts.
Chasing.
So do me a favor and finish the sentence. A good DJ is able to blank.
Read the crowd and execute the job to its full capability.
Yeah. Because I feel like, yo, you do the different types of events. Like you do baby showers, or like they're turning up at like a 1-year-old's like, you know, party, or like you do the International Women's Day, you do like a Jamaica Day. Like how do you come so clutch, like to know what kind of vibe that's gonna be like?
I think back again with my dad.
Yeah.
And actually show me how to mix music.
Yeah.
Played a big key in it.
Yeah.
And because I pretty much learned from playing reggae and soul. Soul was a big thing in my house.
Really?
Motown, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Funky music, stuff like that. My dad's named DJ Funky.
Oh, okay.
So my dad was very versatile.
Yeah.
So I was able to if you give me 10, 15 songs, I'll find a way to execute it.
Wow.
Doesn't matter what genre. I'll find a way.
Yeah.
So I find that you have to be versatile if you want to, especially in Toronto, because not everyone's here to make money.
Yeah.
I'm not just doing this 'cause I love it. It's a profession. It's about making money as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And
you gotta get paid.
You want people to be happy with your service. You don't want to go do a gig and they're not happy with you, because guess what?
Yeah.
They won't hire you back.
That's true. Yeah.
So you have to be versatile. We're in Canada, where it's multicultural.
Yeah.
Toronto, you have to be. You can't just play in one. I wouldn't be satisfied playing for one type of people or culture for the rest of my life.
It'd get redundant and repetitive, right?
No way.
Everything is like a new challenge. And that's the thing too. It's like people think that you need to have a 9 to 5 to challenge you, but yo, your passions can challenge you, because you can like, you know, extend yourself or get out of your comfort zone and try a different type of gig, right?
Exactly.
Like, that's why I love you as a DJ, and I'll come to you for any event I have, is because you know how to do those different type of events, right? Like there's some DJs that they're just EDM and they're just like the fist pumping, and I'm like, nah, you can't do this event right now.
It's crazy.
But
mad this guy, man.
But yo, MCing takes a certain level of confidence. So would you say you developed this over time, or you were just always an extrovert?
Definitely over time. I wasn't no expert, Matt.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to throw a 1-2 in there. But I find a lot of the time when I was coming up as a young DJ, because I used to write music, I used to rap. The name Big C was actually a rapper name.
That was your rapper name.
Yeah, that was even DJ name. And then people always said Cornel, like your voice is amazing. Like you have a good deep voice. You should, try to pursue it. So implementing my mixing, I would always try to add something to it, or see what I can do here, or put my voice here or there. And then picking up the mic, practicing, and just trying to elevate
finding
it.
Your sound.
Exactly.
For sure,
I think I've found it now.
Yeah, because I see those IG stories when you're like, they're doing the recaps of the event. Like you look super confident. Like you look like, and the crowd's vibing. It's like you can see a DJ and like he's trying to talk and everyone's just dead. But like at your events, the crowd's vibing, everyone's loving it, and I think that's why people keep coming back to you. For it's not just your work, but it's the experience. It's the holistic experience, right? You got the good songs, you got the good food, the drinks, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think a good DJ can tie all those things in together, and when people come back, they're like, "Yo, that was a lit event, right?"
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And not everyone's gonna talk while they're playing. Some guys in Toronto do, some guys don't. Some guys are comfortable, some guys are not comfortable.
Yeah.
One thing I find with emceeing too, like when I do weddings and stuff like that, people book me to do their wedding. They're like, "Oh, you MC too? It's on your card." I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Yeah.
Me personally, I would do it if they really need me to.
Yeah.
Then I'd add that service to what they're offering, the service I'm giving them. But I find with a wedding, I think it's better if you find someone within your family or group, with the groom or the bride, that knows the couple.
Yeah, because you might not know how that crowd's gonna take it. Like you say a certain joke and they're like, super Christian people out here. Like,
and I've done it before, Matt, and I'm telling you, I've done the weddings when I knew the people and it was amazing, and I've done the weddings that I didn't know. I probably knew 3 people in the wedding. I had 120 people, and I'm here trying to crack jokes.
Cricket.
And like, oh, that was so nice, guys. That was so touching, and like stuff like that. And I just met these people like 2 times, and I'm doing their wedding.
Yeah.
Like
it's true. It's more sentimental when someone
exactly. And I find the couple that's actually having the wedding does it as well. So
yeah,
feel
sure.
it that way. So
definitely. So I know that the sound crew you started, M.A.D.E, M.A.D.E, went there separate ways due to creative differences. So was it kind of like a bitter end, or you still keep in touch with these guys?
Oh, it wasn't a horribly bitter end. The relationship was still there. It's my family, it's my cousin.
Okay.
So we still had a relationship, but we still talk up to this day.
Yeah.
We still meet up. We still go here and there. I'm actually meeting up with him in a couple of weeks.
Okay, you just had some differences.
We were just young, and we had our little run, and we did our events and made our imprint.
Yeah,
and that's where I pretty much started out playing in front of people live.
Okay,
with him, and we used to do a lot of house parties and like out in like little restaurants and stuff like that, and make flyers and sell tickets. We had like sold out events.
Yeah,
crazy. And this is like in the East End. I'm here in Malton, Mississauga, and
so you're getting that reach.
We do events in like North York.
Yeah,
we'd be in Scarborough, Pickering, Whitby, and like I'm like 17, 18, 16, whatever. Like,
so it was a good look for you, because I mean, like, even if this is the thing, well, I guess people need to understand about the industry. It's like, whatever industry you're in, it's okay to have creative differences, but sometimes even if that thing lasted for only 3 years, it served a purpose. It kind of laid some foundation in terms of you understanding what types of gigs to take and what kind you shouldn't, right? So,
and even our relationship was so strong, that like even on the weekends that we weren't playing, we would still link up. Like either he'd come down here, or I'd go up there, and we just hang out, outreach, promote. Network, network with people.
You could still be good with people, but doesn't mean you necessarily have to have a business with people, right?
Exactly.
That's cool. I appreciate that, because a lot of people catch feelings, but it's like, yo, we're not agreeing on this, but it's okay. You're still my family, right? So, and
we just had an event in December. It's called Privacy.
There you go.
And it was amazing. It was good.
Yeah. So DJs out there, learn from that, yo. don't catch feelings and not talk to people again.
Can't catch feelings, can't do it.
So what are, as a DJ, what are your goals for yourself down the road? Like, where do you want this craft that you've developed to take you?
I want it to take me to the world. I wouldn't mind if where it is now, it's great, but we're still pushing.
Yeah.
We're still trying to elevate the brand. And I wouldn't mind like just elevating it, taking it to its highest, as far as it can possibly go.
Bro.
And we're gonna keep pushing and still take it to that element, and hopefully sooner or later, you
got to speak it into existence. You have to have that confidence.
Exactly.
I feel like some of the biggest people out there, like, no one was rating them at first, or it's not that people aren't rating you, but I mean, like, no one was giving them that international look. Yeah. And one day it just happened, right? But you got to keep consistent, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I still got to do some stuff on my side as well, too, right?
Yeah.
No handouts.
100%. That's what Flyboy says all the time, bro. So your favorite quote by one of the greats in the NBA, Michael Jordan, is, "You must expect great things before you can do them." So looking back to the days when you probably mixed for a few friends' parties for free, starting off. Yeah. And then now booking large-scale events, clubs, corporate functions. Yeah. How much more does that quote mean to you?
It means a lot, because pretty much, like, when you, like, I'm not just doing this because I just want to do it and finish with it. I expect better things to happen for me. Yeah. And that's why I still try to pursue my craft and build every day. And I want to be better. Yeah. And it will get better if I still pursue it, right? So I do expect better things.
And for those people who are getting into, like, even if it's like the photography industry, if it's DJing, if it's, podcasting, there is an element where you got to do work for free, right? It's not like, it's like, obviously you're going to get paid. And the thing is, me and you always talk about this, like, you have to put a value to your work, but at the end of the day, you got to start from somewhere, right?
Exactly.
So, like, there was those times where you probably had to do that a lot, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Little barbecues and stuff like that, and just like stuff for close friends, and and things that that we just had to start off with, just so we can get our feet wet, and start listening to ourselves and seeing people for the first time, hearing us and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Or myself per se. Yeah. It worked out, I was able to, I was lucky because I was able to be in other places in Toronto where no one knew who I was. Yeah. And still now, like, there's still a lot of people that still don't know who Big C is, but they're hearing about Big C, and it's a good thing, right?
For sure. So if you can give young DJs out there, because me and you both know a few in Malton that are, you know, popping off and starting to even just learn the craft.
Yeah.
If you can give them a few tips of how to become relevant, and I guess maybe, and I'll do a follow-up question. So what advice would you give them to get better in their craft and get more relevant out there?
I'd say go online.
Mm-hmm. Google everything, YouTube everything.
You can go on YouTube. You can go on Google. You can search up like professional guys that are bigger than whoever here in Toronto or in the world, or bigger DJs that are in Toronto, or the biggest DJ in Toronto or wherever. See what they're doing. Mm-hmm. See stuff that they're doing that you might like. Yeah. If it falls into your stuff, reach out to them. Yeah. You know, say who you are. You never know. They might hit you back up. Yeah. And pretty much just build your brand. Mm-hmm. You're starting from the bottom up. You want to get up. I'm not all the way up, but we're trying. We're still going. Yeah. And we're building. So I say start your brand, logo, you know, start doing some mixes, practicing. Yeah. Put them online. Show them to your friends and your peers. See if they like it. Family, implement them as well. Yeah. And start building like a social media presence. Yeah. I think that's pretty key as well.
Like if you're not on IG, you're not relevant anymore. Right?
You gotta have some sort of social media. I don't have Twitter. Yeah. Because I'm not a Twitter guy.
You can leave Twitter.
But like people say, oh, Cornel, you should have Twitter. Oh, it's another social media outlet. I'm like, okay.
It's just people complaining. I feel like Twitter is basically you're airing your dirty laundry, and like sometimes no one looks at your stuff. So basically you're tweeting to yourself.
Look at Trump.
I know, right?
This guy's tweeting at like 6 a.m.
I think Twitter only has relevancy today because of the U.S. elections, or else no one would have still been on Twitter.
I'm telling you, some people are. I'm telling you.
So last thing before I kind of go into the two questions that I usually ask at the end is, okay, me and you have talked about this a few times in terms of my photography, and people come in and ask me to do shoots and stuff, and how do you set a value to your work? Obviously, your work is valuable. How do you put a dollar amount to your work? Like, what things do you factor in? And like, I feel like sometimes you have to reach a point where you're like you said, no handouts, and it's okay because you're a business, right? Yeah. How do you put a dollar value to your work?
You have to you have to pretty much factor in everything. You got to factor in the job. Yeah. You got to factor in where the job is.
Travel, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So there's travel expenses. For me, there's also duration. Yeah. Time. Yeah. What services do you need? Yeah. What are you asking me to do?
DJ or MCing. Yeah.
Right? What do you need me to rent? Do you need me to get like speakers? Do you have speakers?
You do the rentals too, yeah.
Right? I do that too as well, right? So you need lighting. Yeah. Stuff like that. You gotta factor in all those things, especially for like private corporate events. Yeah. You gotta ask these questions, and then once you do that, you sum up everything, take that into consideration with everything, and then you add your value. Yeah, you're paying, you're servicing. Yeah, I'm servicing you. Yeah, so you have to know, okay, what is Big C worth in your worth?
Wow, right? That's huge.
And if people always try to devaluate you, and always try to they won't say that to your face. Yeah, but they'll say, oh no, this guy, I'm not paying him what that's what he wants. Yeah. He's not getting that from me. Who's this guy?
Yeah, I remember.
You'll find out.
I remember some lady came to me and she's like, "Oh, you do photography?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yo, like one of my family members is having like a wedding, or like what is it, like a bridal shower or whatever." Yeah. Right? And then she's like, "I want you to do pictures. I want you to rent a projector. I want you to do videography and whatever." And I'm like, this is before I knew how to set a value to my work. Now I'm starting to learn. So I used to say this to people. I said, "What are you willing to pay?" And I never say that to people unless you feel for some reason that maybe they're in a hard place or you're doing like them a favor. But never say that, because she's like, for all those things, she's like, a bill. And I'm like, $100? You want me to rent a projector? Renting a projector alone is probably like $60. Then you got to take the pictures. Then I got to switch to videography, so I got to switch off to lenses. And you want to pay me $100? And I'm like, okay, thank you. I'll get back to you. Nope. Like, this is the struggle that I have. And I love what you just said, because you said you got to factor in the costs of everything else, but you have to factor in your value and your worth, and the price you put on that helps determine whether you just break even or you're making profit, right?
Well, see, and then that's the thing too. Like, I used to rent equipment. Now I don't anymore because I've invested into myself.
There you go.
Right. The other thing, starting up, you're gonna have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. You're not gonna have all the utilities and tools that you need. Right. To start any business or any brand of
you gotta invest into yourself.
You gotta invest. Like you invested into this podcast, Real Community Talks, every Tuesday.
Real Community Talks.
So that's how you start. You gotta do your thing and then make your way. Right. Yeah. So I did all of that, and I feel that with what I did, there's value added to it now. There's time invested. I've built my craft, right? Now it's time to build more. So now you're paying for a big C.
The whole experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's true. And
if you feel that that's not what I'm worth, then you can do what you have to do. Get someone else.
Yeah.
I support you to your full capability. I hope your event's successful.
And you got to do that unapologetically. Like, you can't worry about what people are gonna feel or think. You just got to do you. At the end of the day, it's a huge world out there. You can find another DJ.
There's a lot of great people in Toronto.
Yeah,
and I feel that we have the best DJs too, actually, in the world.
There you go.
Like, because we're so multicultural. Like,
there's
I have guys that are part of my roster or my team. I wouldn't say roster, but my group of friends.
Yeah,
that are peers, and I talk to them on the daily.
Yeah,
and all of us are versatile. Everyone's versatile because, as I was saying to you earlier, you got to be versatile here, man.
Yeah.
In order to pursue this job, you have to be versatile.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to turn down as much as nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, because there's so much competition.
Yeah, and word of advice to anyone out there trying to start a podcast: make sure you get a cameraman who's not trying to make you laugh while you're doing a live show. This man's in the back and you're like Scarborough, who's like doing all the hand signs, clout, gang. Like, what's wrong with these little kids?
Bumping all this.
I'm just trying to help out the hood community out here.
Bumping the presser before the interview, right?
Oh man,
get that goose.
Oh yeah, yo. Cornel, you gotta drape this guy up against the wall. For those of you who don't know who we're talking about, if you're listening to audio, we got our boy Dre out here from episode 1 doing the camera. You know, the one where we're like the little hoop earrings and the braid ups. He thinks he's too nice, but
Jay doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it. He's not about it. Yo, he'll get draped up against the wall.
Jay doesn't want it.
I'm joking. He's a good guy, yo. He took a day off working and he came to help me fill out.
Shout out the young boy. I seen the come up over here. It's been crazy. I like it though. I like it. He's seen the come up for me too. That's good too, you know?
Yeah. So one thing I like to ask on the show, and based on whatever religion people are, or they don't even have to be religious or whatever, but what role has faith played in all of what we talked about today? So was it a huge thing, or was it just like, something you grew up with? Like,
I'd say definitely was a huge thing. Just growing up with my parents, with them always telling me, like my dad would always tell me that to do right and never to do wrong, and those words were from his dad. His dad was a pastor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad's dad was a pastor. My grandfather, he passed away. Years ago in Jamaica. Sorry. But just learning words from them, and I started going to church at a young age. Try to implement that in my life. God has always been in my life. Still have a relationship with God always. Talk to him. Almost every other day. Can't really do it every day because I'm tired and stuff like that. But
for sure,
we talk, and I ask questions and try to get answers and all that good stuff too.
And that's cool because part of faith is finding your way and learning it for yourself. Because just because your family member was a pastor, your grandfather was a pastor, that you're automatically that there's gonna be pastoral lines down the way. But you still got to find your way, right?
Exactly. And I kind of feel like when I was younger, I was trying to find my way more than I am now. And I feel like there's still a lot of questions and a lot of stuff that I can still go 100%. Out and ask and try to build that Christianity faith, which I am Christian. And when I do go to church, I go to Faith Open Door Ministries.
Oh, Faith Open Door Ministries. Okay.
Pastor James Robinson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know that?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay, it's at Lawrence in Caledonia.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I do go, I go there. And they're really good over there. Just the time is kind of crazy, but it's a full day.
I like your answer because too, like, people don't understand that faith is not just something that, and this goes for any religion. Like if you believe in a faith or you believe in something, it's not a one-time thing, belief, and boom, and I wear it like a badge, but it's a lifetime process, right? You develop, you grow. Like I'm saying this as someone who's a Christian. Like I'll have my days where I'm like, boom, me and God are good. Then I'll have my days where I'm like, I honestly don't even want to talk to you. But the fact that I, like, in terms of my belief is I can talk to God like a relationship. Like, yo, I'm not feeling it right today. I'm still going to talk to you and give you the time and spend time with you. But that's the thing. It's just like with family. The thing is, you will always love your parents and you'll disagree.
Exactly.
But love means that you could still disagree and you could still have your space, but it doesn't mean that they're going to just disown you, right? And that's the kind of thing I believe, right?
That's true.
And part of what you're saying too is like, yo, you got to find that for yourself, not from just like what people say or what family members say. Right? So I respect that answer a lot. So if you could go back in time, this is the last question before we go into rapid fire. If you could go back into time, what would you tell grade 9, Big C, just about to enter Lincoln Alexander? If you could warn him, go back in time just before first day of grade 9, what would you say? Something you could do different.
Wow, that's a good question, man. I would probably say, I don't know,
What's something that you would have been like, what's something in high school that you stress about way too much that you would have been like, man, if I would have just chilled out on this, I would have been much more less stressed?
I'd probably say less stressed with what, like schoolwork?
Not anything, like friends, like what people think about you or like whatever. Like for you, here, I'll put it for this way for me. What I would have told grade 9 Matthew is, one, there's a few things. One, your friends are not always going to be there in your life. Like once I went to university, 1 or 2 of them I still kept in contact with. So don't put your identity in your friendships. 2 is, at the end of the day, like school isn't your entire life. Like we were having earlier, like, you know what? I enjoyed school, but then I put so much emphasis into university. Like I think you really need to enjoy those years. That's, I think, what the main thing I would say to myself is, yo, I think high school was some of the best times of my life. And I miss it because when I went to the university, like high school, I was chilling. I was studying late minute, like last minute for tests, getting 80s. And when I went to university, first essay, 50%. Like, yo, this is real life. High school, you still can work part-time. You could still, skip class here and there and still do okay. But like, yo, I enjoyed that because like you didn't have big responsibilities. Now I'm like, I got to wake up every day. I got to pay bills. I got to... Yo, I think I told myself, I think I would have told myself, like, enjoy those moments because it's only 4 years, bro.
Yeah.
So
I'd probably say for me, seeing what you said, but I can probably relate that to myself.
Yeah.
Is that not everyone's going to be your friend. So, like, say I wasted, but, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, we used to do when we were younger and stuff like that. And I probably wouldn't do it anymore. Just because of time. And time is so valuable. And not saying I wasted time during high school, which I went to school, I went to class, I did all my assignments, stuff like that. But just like there's certain things you can say no to. You know what I mean? And certain, like, just going out or doing this or doing that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't do this today. In high school, we're doing everything. Yeah. We're doing everything at every time. Yeah. Anytime after school, we were doing whatever we wanted to do. And I probably could have implemented more time with maybe music.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd probably say like just not knowing that everyone's still going to be your friend after high school and like take some more time into yourself.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I think, and that's the thing, we get this group mentality where like, that's what I see some of these youth, like they do stuff for their friends, that they do stuff for these 15 friends that none of them are going to be in their life 15 years down the road.
Gosh.
So like, yo, like you got to be your own individual, man.
And
like,
it's true. Like some of the friends I have now, obviously I met them a long time ago and we're still friends now.
Yeah.
But there's guys or girls that I used to talk to and we're friends with them before and we don't even have a relationship anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's the way life works, right?
It's just how life works. Like it's unfortunate that had to happen, but we're not all going to be friends.
100%.
Like, we live in Toronto. This is worldwide. Like not everyone's still going to be your friend.
Yeah.
When you die, no one's going to be with you. Just your savior or whoever you believe in. And hopefully that ends in a good result. Facts. You know? But at the end of the day, it's just you. So you got to worry about you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. So we reached that time in the show where it's rapid fire. So first thing that comes to your head, all right?
Okay.
All right, we're going to see where we're at with this tally. Pepsi or Coke?
I'd say Coke.
Okay, Team Coke.
I'd say Coke.
You're a good man. Advil or Tylenol?
I have to say Tylenol.
Tylenol?
Grew up on Tylenol. Advil just came about for me.
Yeah. DC or Marvel?
You know, I'm not really a huge Marvel or DC, but
I gotta take out this question. No one likes superheroes.
If I had to choose one, it'd say Marvel.
Marvel,
definitely.
Okay. Cavs or Warriors?
I'm going with my Cavs, man.
Well, who's winning the finals?
You know, I'd have to say the Warriors. You got J.R. Henny doing a bunch of foolishness out here.
So your episode's coming out what, like June, end of June? I wonder what's gonna happen.
Oh, we're gonna have the draft's probably gonna be finished, and James Harden's gonna get MVP.
Yo, did you? I just sent this to Dre yesterday. I seen something that's like LeBron's gonna enter into talks with Golden State. That's not if LeBron went to Golden State, I'd just stop watching basketball.
I seen that last night on my
that
phone.
Wouldn't even be fair anymore.
I seen that last night on my phone, and I'm there watching my phone like it's like 4:00 in the morning. I was up late.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at my phone, and I'm like, no, this is not real, man. No. I'm the LeBron James fan.
Yeah,
and I won't be able to watch. I can't even watch KD on these guys' team right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
LeBron going over there.
He hit the same shot, I think, last year on the same game type 3, of game.
On the road.
KD's just clutch, man.
Last night was even worse.
Starting from scratch or David Guetta?
Scratch.
Hey. Your favorite DJ of all time besides yourself?
My favorite. I have to say my dad.
Hey, that's a strategic answer. No, I'm joking.
My dad. I say my dad.
That's honesty. I appreciate that.
See my dad play for like 800 people.
There you go.
People for like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 hours.
There you go.
Straight.
Biggest event you've DJ'd at?
I'd say Jamaica Day.
Jamaica Day, yeah.
It's like 10, 12, 13,000 people.
Wow.
Doing like 2-3 sets of like 20 minutes during like a band change.
Wow.
Doing that.
That's crazy.
There's some other stuff too, but I'd probably say that's like the biggest crowd.
Yeah.
Downsview Park over there by
Oh, yeah, they do big events there, yeah.
We used to have the event there as well.
Okay.
And crazy amount of people outside just jamming.
Yeah.
You know?
Virtual DJ or Serato?
Serato.
Yeah.
Virtual DJ is like a little
foolery. For a little
tomfoolery program. Yeah.
Favorite place you've traveled, local or international?
I'm not gonna say Jamaica. That's where my parents are from. But if you have to go to Jamaica, go. The food's amazing.
Yeah.
But I love the Dominican Republic. I went to Punta Cana.
Yeah.
Like in 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
Greatest trip ever. I think it was an 8-day trip.
Yeah.
If I go back, it has to be like a week and a half.
Jeez. Yeah. All inclusive. Yeah. Caribbean star or Mr. Jerk? Yeah.
This is a real Malton Ave question, you know. You know what? I went to Mr. Jerk last night.
Yeah.
And I passed Caribbean Star, and the lady knows me in there.
Yeah.
She's seen me, and she's like, "Oh, how come I'm not coming out of the restaurant?" It just, you know, but I go to Caribbean Star more than I go to Mr. Jerk.
Yeah.
I say more variety. I'd go Caribbean Star.
Yeah.
But the jerk chicken at Mr. Jerk is a lot.
See, better. That's a political answer. He still gave two things.
I'm giving you two answers. I'm saying if you want the versatility, you gotta go Caribbean Star. If you want the better jerk chicken, you gotta go to Mr. Jerk.
World Star Hip Hop or 6Buzz TV?
I'm definitely going with World Star Hip Hop.
Okay. Favorite song right now that you're listening to?
Right now, I'm listening to a song called Photograph by J. Cole.
Okay. He just released an album, right?
He just released that album, KOD, I believe the name was.
Okay.
And crazy album. I listen to it every day. That's my playlist right now. That whole J. Cole album. Shout out to Wallace 416. Been putting me on J. Cole from a long time ago, and I just didn't really step
100%.
But like that album, amazing. If you guys haven't listened to it, go listen to it, man. Check it out.
Crazy. So if you had to do an event last minute today, and the theme was 90s throwbacks, what 2 tracks have to be on that playlist for you?
On that playlist today, I would probably play a B.I.G. song.
Okay.
Either I'd say Hypnotize.
Yeah.
Or One More Chance.
Yeah.
Those are 2 huge songs from Biggie.
Right.
And if I had to go female now, I'd probably play a Foxy Brown track. With Case, Touch Me, Cheese Me.
Them kids don't know about that.
Big track.
Yeah,
big track.
Drake or Pusha T?
Drizzy.
Really? I felt like, okay, I feel like Drake has bars, but I feel like I didn't like the beat of Duppy, and I felt like I felt like Pusha's was like, it reminded me of actual battle rap. Like, I gotta shut my mouth because what if Drake actually ever sees this podcast? Yo, Drake, honestly, it's Drake all day. Like, nothing can beat Drake. But I mean, like, in terms of like back to back, killed Meek. I just don't know about. I don't know that like Pusha T came back still.
I gotta stay home.
All right,
but with Pusha,
he's just thinking about he can be Drake's DJ. That's
honestly, with Pusha, I feel like he did do a good job of coming back to Drake. You have to remember, Drake talked about the man's wife.
Yeah.
He talks about women all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not nothing new to everyone. But Pusha just took that and said, yo, you're talking about my fiance?
Yeah.
Then he implemented Drake's mother, father.
That's true.
And him talking about 40, that was unacceptable. I didn't think that was cool at all.
It goes past this track then, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it goes to a different level.
I hear what you're saying. Yanni or Laurel?
Pardon? What?
Yo, he hasn't seen it. Whoa, okay. What? He doesn't have that clout right now. I'm joking. Did you see that thing on thing where people put like the different sounds where it's like, what do you hear? Yanni or Laurel? It's like Yanni, Laurel. No. Next question. Martin or Fresh Prince?
Fresh. Will.
DJ Jazzy Jeff or DJ Tiesto?
Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff.
Top 3 rappers of all time.
Oh God.
Yanni, Laurel.
You know what? I don't even know what this top 3 rappers.
Top 3 rappers that come to your head right now.
Like in the game right now or all time?
All time.
I'd have to personally. I'd go with Big.
Okay.
I'd go with Jay-Z.
Okay.
And I'd probably say Eminem.
All right.
That
interesting.
those are like 3 rappers that I can also relate to and understand what they're saying and the text and the whatever they were mentioning at the time. I was able to relate with it.
Yeah.
But I know I left out Tupac and even people put Drake in that category now.
Yeah.
I know I left him out as well, but those are 3 guys I used to listen to.
Yeah.
A lot. Drake still has his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. If there was a movie on your life, who would they get to cast to play you if you couldn't be in it? Who's your celebrity that they're gonna cast? They don't have to look like you, but who would you want to play you?
Who would I want to play me? That's a hard question. I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and go with Terrence Howard.
Okay.
I feel that'd be probably.
He represent you well.
Yeah, and also because I watch Empire.
All right.
Which I'm a power guy more, but but I'd probably say Terrence Howard. Definitely.
All right. Yeah. If you could have coffee, tea, whatever you like to drink with anyone from any point in history, dead or alive, like if you had one session, you want to pick someone's brain, dead or alive, who would it be?
I'd say Bob Marley.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you talk about? What kind of things would you ask him? Like, what would you want to know?
I'd just ask him like his come up. Like everyone knows about his come up, but I'd probably want to ask him personally about his come up.
Yeah, like getting shot and then still coming back on stage.
Exactly. And this because you have to remember he had a lot of things to fight through. Right? Like it wasn't easy for him.
Yeah.
And to do what he did at the capacity that he took the music to.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about worldwide and success, you have to throw him in there.
That's true. You
know?
And his music was meaningful too, right? So
yeah.
Name a song that puts you in your feelings. Like you hear it and you think about that girl from like whatever school you went to in Malton playing in the sandbox and she gets you caught in your feelings.
This guy's trying to put me on blast.
Not too light skin. No, I'm joking.
I'd probably have to go with a track by Alicia Keys.
Okay, what's the track?
Called Diary. Diary, it's a big song.
Puts you in your little feelings right there. Right?
Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Diary. That was from like middle school, like grade. Oh, and another one too. Genuine. Differences.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a big song too.
All right. If you were stranded on an island, what 2 things would you want with you?
2 things?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Whatever you want. You had to have 2 things.
I'd say music. and white rice with stoopies.
White
Mod.
I like that answer.
Some food. You need food.
I want to see if you have the same answer.
It's only me on the island, right?
Yeah.
I gotta be able to eat and do what I love to do, play music.
All right. I want to see if his answer is similar to the other guys. But what style did you rock that you look back now and wish you never rocked?
I used to wear a 2-color do-rag.
2-color do-rag. What? Like split down the middle, or
like it was one do-rag and it would have obviously the line in the middle.
Yeah.
And then on one side was white, the other side was black. And I used to wear that with like an army tee.
Oh my gosh.
And I was wearing like a 5XL tee
God.
when I could be wearing like an XL. And wearing I don't know.
Why did we all go through that Dickies phase? Like, none of us were in construction. Those are construction pants.
And man used to wear it on road.
I don't know why. And you get that, and you get the Air Forces.
One thing I can tell you though, I wasn't the guy wearing the 8-9 colors of Dickies.
Yeah. No.
I had
black.
I had one color.
Black. Yeah.
I didn't even have blue or maybe I had one blue, but no gray or white, red, green. It was strictly black.
That and like the, what do you call it? Like those checkered jackets. Like, or maybe it was just the Spanish people. I don't know. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
If I was a superhero, what would the power be?
What would you want your power to be?
I guess to bring back time. Bring back. Not saying that I would want to bring back time now. Mm-hmm. But if I had the powers to do it, I would do it. To
change an action,
and just to change stuff just for me. And if anyone needed that help, I'd probably want to take back time that'd be really powerful and meaningful.
For sure. Time's something you can't buy back, right?
No.
What's something that most people don't know about you?
I used to be a professional. Not professional, but I used to be bowl. I used to bowl.
You used to bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to bowl back in the day.
Like those hardcore leagues.
Like league out.
You could do the spinning and everything.
T-shirt.
Really?
Badges all over the T-shirt.
Did they have? Serious question. Did they have bowling shoes in your size?
Yeah, they did.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't have to go get custom ones.
But you know what the joke is? I never bought into it. I didn't. I just used to rent them.
Oh, okay.
But they were pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Soft.
So, if you were playing a pickup game at MCC, and you could choose any 4 players, your boys, NBA players, whatever, make your 4-player roster. So, who are you putting on your team?
So I got to put my boys. See, you said boys.
Boys, NBA guys, whoever we want. Like who are the 4 people?
I'd probably just go leaguers for this because I have more than 4 boys, then they're gonna go crazy.
They're gonna get out. They're gonna catch feelings.
If I had to go in the league right now, I'd probably play. I wouldn't be the 3, but I'd probably play big. Regardless. Okay. Point guard, I'll draw for I'll probably draw for AI.
Okay.
I'd put AI at the 1, even though he's a shooting guard. I'd put AI at the 1. I'd throw. I'll put LeBron there.
Okay.
If I go big now, I'm drawing for my boy. I'm drawing for KG.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna go grab. I'll probably go grab Shaq.
So AI, LeBron, KG, and Shaq.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tall team. Wow.
I probably
with you.
With me.
Jeez. Okay. I like that.
Even though there's not really no 3-point threats there, but
well, LeBron can still hit threes, right? I mean,
now before he couldn't shoot.
He couldn't. Yeah. True. What show ended that you wish had another season?
Fresh Prince, maybe.
That's
my favorite show ever.
They took it off Netflix. Like, what?
I heard about that, and it touched my heart.
Yeah.
I used to go home and watch that show on Netflix like up to last year. Like, nothing's on TV anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, Netflix, Fresh Prince.
I know. we gotta start like a campaign, like bring back Fresh Prince.
Oh, gosh.
Lastly, so if your life was a book, right? And each part of your life is a chapter, what's the title of the current chapter of your life right now? If you could put a name to it.
Current chapter of my life right now. Decisions.
I like that.
That'd probably be like chapter. I'll put a number on it too. It'll probably be like chapter 7.
Chapter 7, yeah.
Chapter 7, chapter 8.
Yeah, you're going through your process right now.
Decisions.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we reached that point in the show where it's guest corner. So this is your chance to plug any social media, any events you got going on. The floor is yours, sir.
All right. So if you guys want to follow me on any social media, my Instagram is at the real DJ Big C. Snapchat DJ Big C 21. We also have my email, so that's djbigc155@gmail.com. You guys can hit me up. We could talk about bookings. If you have any questions on what I do or any help you need with any questions, just hit me up. Glad to talk. Or business, business inquiries, anything of that sort. Hit me up. I'm always open to take gigs, or if you guys need any help with anything.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, let me know. Artists out there too.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Throw music on my email. I don't hear everything every day. I work. I have a full-time job that I'm busy at doing full-time hours. Part-time, but I'm busy doing full-time hours. And I still listen to music every day, but it's hard to hear everything. So throw it at me. I'll listen to it. And we got some stuff coming up for the summertime.
What can we look forward to?
We're gonna be at Splash Sundays every Sunday.
That actually looks really sick.
It's gonna be nice from 3 to 9. That will be in Pickering. If you guys need any info on that, hit me up. It's a day party. It's a cabana setting like downtown.
Nice,
but without the lake view and the CN Tower.
Okay,
it's uptown.
Yeah,
east side.
Change the scenery.
And it's gonna be nice. A lot of good lineup, good roster. And then the nighttime I'm at a lounge in Vaughan called 7 on Sundays.
Okay.
We have special guests there. Every week. Nice. I don't play every week, but I try to go when I can. Yeah. I've probably been there every week since it's been going on, so you can say I'm there every week. Yeah. But we got those two things going on, and then just like private functions throughout the week, community events, obviously weddings. I got your sister's wedding. Coming up later on too. Shout out to Felicia. Yeah. And man. And
mixes, they're coming up too.
Mixes
right?
too, ready for the summer. V3. It's on the way. I'm just still cooking up right now. Yeah. Working on a few things. And good. That has soca, reggae, and hip hop, trap. All the stuff. I want to implement more Toronto artists on it as well. Nice. And man, just in the works, man.
Sounds good.
In the works.
Sounds good. All right. So before we wrap up our show today, I'm gonna link everything that Big C just said in our description. So if you want to connect with him, you want to reach out. But one thing I want to do for my guests is give you a word of encouragement, because sometimes you can get so caught up in your process that you don't take a second to slow down and hear what people are saying. And I know you're not someone who's fishing for compliments, but like I said, you're that person. Like I don't like when we asked Sheldon to look into houses for us, is because it's not so much because I knew his skill set yet, it was because I know him as a person. And same thing too. Obviously, I know you're a good DJ, but I know you as a person, and I buy for the person more than I do for their skill set. So that's me. Not you're amazing, but not, you know what I mean, right? Thanks, man. But firstly, one thing that I admire about you is, or your hustle inspires me. Like, you're working a full-time job, you're doing gigs. You just told me like how many things you got to go to tonight. Like, even in between sets, this man is getting calls for bookings. Like, your hustle inspires me because it challenges me to be more well-rounded and multifaceted. Like sometimes I get comfortable and I'm like, I just want to work this job, and then I want to come home and I want to watch Fresh Prince, but I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I know you have some sleepless days. Sometimes you're getting 2-3 hours of sleep, but you're making that paper, and it really inspires me that you don't make excuses. You just get it done.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I love how your passion doesn't have to be a hobby, because a lot of DJs out here, they do it. They don't value your work, but you're actually making profit from something you love doing, and that inspires me, because I want to get to the place where I could be like, hey, I can start making some money out of the things I love doing and enjoy it, not just do something for a paycheck, right? But do something because you have a passion and get a little reward on the side, right? You are so clutch, like last minute sometimes, and if you don't have, like, even sometimes when you have something, whatever, if I need you, like 99.9% of the time you're there. And I appreciate that, because I think part of developing your reputation is not just your work. It's not just your, like, how many people know you, but it's because your actual results and like you coming through, and like you're super clutch. So a lot of DJs, like, and I'm not trying to throw shade on DJs, but a lot of DJs, it's like you have to like go through months. But like with you, like you try to make your best effort to be there, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, man. I try. If I don't get to do it, I'll get someone to do it for you. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what I love about you. Like even if you can't solve it, you figure out a way to still make sure that person's satisfied.
Exactly.
And you're a huge example to youth. Like, I feel like a lot of youth in this community, they know you. Like I say Big C, they know who that is. Like, you're showing them that a young man from Malton can be an entrepreneur as a DJ, make money, and be still successful in the field. You're setting an example to these kids that they don't just have to be doctors and lawyers and policemen, but they can work the 9 to 5, or they can do the passion thing and profit from that. So I think I big you up for that, because a lot of youth look up to you. And lastly, like, yo, your brand and you are going to keep growing. Like, I'm happy to be on the sides watching you grow. Like, yo, I always see you, like, you're grinding, you're posting on IG, people are knowing what you're doing. Like, I'm excited for the day where I gotta call your PR person to book another episode with you, because yo, you're too busy and you can't answer yourself. No, he's not gonna get like
Matt
that.
Can always call me, guys. Community talks big up.
But yo, like, I'm really excited to see where you're going, and I'm glad that I could be a part as someone who knows you, seeing what you're gonna do. So I wanted to big you up and just continue to encourage you. Keep consistent. Keep doing what you're doing. Like,
thank you, man.
One day, like, yo, David Guetta is gonna be like, who's that? Is gonna be DJ Big C. So yeah. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to end with that. So I wanted to sincerely thank you for being on the show today. No, and you know, we'll try to think of some ideas. Maybe you'll do like a live mix or something one day for our guests or whatever. Okay. But you'll definitely be on the show again. So perfect. Cornel, thank you so much for being on the show, bro.
Thank you. Real Community Talks, M.A.D.E Silva in the building. Always a pleasure.
I
appreciate you, fam.
All right, man. Appreciate it.